Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Oh my gosh, I got some sage on the card there. So this pick a card is going to be about your past life connection with the person whom you are thinking of. So this is a very long spread. Well, not terribly long, but it's a pretty long spread, and it's going to basically give you a walkthrough of, you know, who you were, who they were, and kind of it's like gonna be a comparison from then to now sort of thing, and it'll help also maybe answer questions you might have still or validate anything. But yeah, so for this particular one I did two piles. Yeah, pile 1 left and pile 2 is on the right. And yeah, so I also just want to tell you quickly that I am also doing this giveaway. It's ending very soon. I think it might be like 2 days. I might be wrong, but it's pretty soon anyways. So yeah, it's totally free, it's easy to enter, so do that. And the timestamps will be down in the comments and in the description, as well as I'll put the giveaway, okay? Hi, pile 1. So, I also pulled a card from my Angels and Ancestors deck, just to kind of get like, news from your ancestors, just because it's like a past life spread. I thought it would be cool. So we have spring, see your seeds grow. So this is telling me that if you chose this pile, you guys have a lot of opportunity. You really do. You have opportunities to grow your finances, to do things that you want to do. Basically, because, you know, see your seeds grow, it's obviously growing in all aspects, so as well as internally growing as a person as well. But yeah, so this is definitely a great card, and this is a message from your ancestors. I really like that one. So we'll get into this big spread now. All right, so we're starting all the way over here, and the first question is not question, but card is your relationship with the person you're thinking of in this life. So your relationship with this person is centered all around justice, fair and just decisions, do what you know is right, stand up for your beliefs. So basically, your relationship with them in this life is the fact that you both feel like you do what you believe is right, if that makes sense, which it does, because sometimes when we think we're always right, when we're not always right, it comes to bite us in the ass. So yeah, I feel as though this is definitely your relationship with them in this life, and it makes a lot of sense too, because sometimes that's, especially with karmic relationships, that's technically how it goes. So number 2, the obstacle in this life between you both. Okay, so the obstacle between you both is that one of you, because as you can see here, have patience at this time, make long-term plans. The obstacle in this life is that one of you or both of you aren't ready to commit, or, you know, weren't ready to commit and make long-term plans. Maybe you weren't being patient enough, or they felt as though you weren't being patient enough, but that's kind of what I get, like, as the obstacle, like you guys couldn't move, like keep going, that sort of thing. Definitely, yeah. Okay. All right. So on to 3. Relationship with them in the past life. So to me, seeing the High Priestess right away tells me that this is like this was you intuitively, I feel, were drawn to this person, like maybe both of you. Because with the High Priestess, she's very, very intuitive. So, as that being like your relationship, I feel you both were kind of intuitively drawn. You both had patience. But it was definitely like, for some reason I get maybe it was secretive too, because with the High Priestess, she also can hold secrets. So yeah, to me this could also mean the relationship you two had was secret. But yeah, that's what I get. So that kind of thing. And then again, the High Priestess talks about like you both listening to your intuition. So, which would mean like, well, we'll get into it because there's more cards about the past life. What's the unfinished business? We have awakening. Look at things from look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to yourself. So, the unfinished business with you and this person is that both of you maybe like it's about common ground, basically. You both with your perspectives. Honestly, perspective's coming up a lot in here. And I feel as though you and this person maybe have different views on things, which isn't bad, but that's basically like the gist of it. The unfinished business was someone like or both weren't looking at things from a different perspective, and there was a temporary standstill. But I feel as though it had to be done because maybe, oh, this makes sense, because after this was done, I feel like most of you had that awakening. Lessons to learn in that life. Unity. Traditional viewpoints or methods. Spiritual organization. So yeah, again with the secretive thing, it kind of makes sense because unity meaning obviously coming together. Maybe you guys in the past life didn't realize how important it was to actually have a title, or be together instead of be together, like, you know what I'm saying, secretive. You know, I feel as though this is kind of like a moral thing. I feel as though it reminds me of kind of like Romeo and Juliet. No, it's not really like, but I do feel as though the lessons you had to learn were that, you know, unity is important. And again, the viewpoints are like, look at perspective, viewpoints, like, oh my gosh, even this says viewpoints. So yeah, lessons to learn in that life, viewpoints as well, in unity. Lessons to learn in this life. Wow, this is the Magician, so I feel as though this is about you guys in general, but the lessons to learn in this life is that you guys, basically, this is saying you guys are manifestors, and, you know, you can create what you want, and life is magical, and you know that, and you know you can manifest whatever it is you want. And this is what you need to learn, because maybe a lot of you don't think you're ready or don't think that you're enough, that sort of thing. And those are lessons you need to learn now. Who were you in the past life? Someone really positive. The Wheel, that's actually a really awesome card. Fortune was definitely on your side in the past life. I feel as though you were widely adored by all of those around you. And you were like a positive change, and you made positive changes. that sort of thing. So that's awesome. And who are they? So yeah, 3 of Water, this is telling me this is someone who really likes to have fun. Maybe they partied a lot in their past life. 3 of Water, yeah, it reminds me of like celebration. So it's like always wanting to go out, or, you know, that kind of thing. Like just a party animal, seems like this person was. So 9, oh my God, so I love this one. So number 9 is attitude, attributes, or fears. You carry on from that life into this. Look at strength. So this is the trait that you guys carried from your past life into this life. So that's amazing. It really is. It's pretty deep too. Great inner strength, forgiveness and compassion. Yeah, that's awesome. This is what you guys carried onto this life. Last card, how to heal and grow the relationship in this life. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, that makes so much sense. So much sense, sorry. Both of you need to review and evaluate, right? Time to move in a new direction. So how to heal right now is to move in a new direction. Review this whole relationship, and, you know, before you make decisions or, you know, what have you, review the whole relationship with this person. Evaluate what it is you needed to learn, what it is they needed to learn. Move in a new direction. I feel there will be a renewal, just because it's telling you to move in a new direction, but it's also kind of saying like it's gonna be okay. And the relationship will grow, even if obviously it's time apart. But yeah, wow, guys, that was really deep. That was cool. So that was pile 1, and that was your past life connection. Hi, pile 2. So first, let's see the message from your ancestors. So, lady, this is beautiful too, and it's funny because pile 1's message was like kind of similar because both of these coincide, but this is about your ancestors are sending you this message that you're going to have so many opportunities. You're going to reap what you have sown. This also talks about marriage and that sort of thing, but definitely it talks about abundance and having opportunities, definitely financial, even business too as well. So that's beautiful. And this is like, again, a message from your ancestors. So there's that. Now we'll get into the reading. So your relationship with the person you're thinking of in this life. So so we have the Empress. So your relationship with them, this could be you're the mother of their child, and that's how you're connected. It also talks about, the Empress also reminds me of like divine feminine. See the symbol? So I feel as though this also kind of says, either if you're male watching, this is your divine feminine, but if you're female, you're their divine feminine, and that's your relationship with them. So obstacle in this life between you both. So the obstacle that you two have seems to be that there has been a very painful ending that has caused a lot of mental anguish, and it could be on obviously both sides because this is between you both. So just like a very painful ending. It could have, again, messed with both of you mentally and obviously emotionally. Wow. So relationship with them in the past. All I can really get from this is your relationship in the past with them is, I'm getting, you walked away from them. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, you walked away from them, or they walked away. No, I'm going with what I said first. You walked away from them because of something, and it had to do obviously with your emotions, which isn't obviously not saying you're the bad guy. I'm just saying you did what you thought was right. what's the unfinished business, which is now, so the unfinished business is something, maybe, is what I'm getting, is obviously something bad that one of you did. Like maybe there was infidelity, or maybe one of you drank too much, or, you know, just did something that maybe, yeah, like something wasn't talked about or kind of thoroughly gone over. Yeah, the unfinished business. So yeah, I feel as though and you know what's funny too is, if you notice, like they have chains around them. So this tells me too that since it's unfinished business, you two are technically still tied. But yeah, that's what, wow. So there's unfinished business. Lessons to learn in that life. All right. Passion isn't everything. That's what I'm getting the lesson was, like, from this card. That's the feeling I get. Just because if you see here, like, you're walking away from your emotions. So to me, that's like, you needed to learn that, like, in that life, it seemed like the relationship between you two was really passionate. In reverse, this tells me that, the lesson to be learned was that, you know, it's not all about passion and sex and looks. It's also about your emotions. And that's what you learned, though. Lessons to learn in this life. Justice always, like, seems to come up, especially when it comes to lessons. But lessons to learn in this life is that maybe you need to learn that, you know, things need to be equal. They need to be fair. Lessons to learn in this life. I also get with justice, it's also about wanting the upper hand sort of thing. And I do feel as though basically basically saying that you need to learn, you both need to learn, okay, that's what I want to say, is that you both need to learn to kind of balance it out, because, you know, the balancing scales, balance out everything, like make it fair. I feel as though maybe the relationship wasn't fair. And again, we're talking about this life. Okay, who were you? You were someone who but like, you were someone who was really calm. I feel as though with the Four of Swords, it's someone who maybe you meditated a lot. I feel as though because it seems with the Four of Swords, like, it could also mean, yeah, like that I feel as though in this life you weren't as mentally like everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel as though you were just cool, calm, and collected. And could have been too that you had, like, maybe you had some kind of thing where you slept a lot, like an iron deficiency. I don't know. I'm just getting that. But again, it's more like this is the personality of you, and this is who you were. Who they were. Damn. Well, damn. They were someone who was very dramatic. Someone who maybe always, this is who they were. They were basically someone who always saw things in a negative way, which obviously isn't good. And it seems to me, I'm also getting that they took things to heart as well. They took things very hard. So this is attitude, fears, and attribute. So this is a fear to me. So the fear that you bring into this life, either you cling too hard, or this could actually have to do with money, and maybe this could mean, like, you know, holding on to money, and but again, I just get it's more like, could also be keeping to yourself, like maybe being too, yeah. And I do feel as though it could also mean holding on. I definitely get the sense of holding on. And again, as you guys know, it's kind of like with money, it would be like not wanting to spend, being scared, with finances, I guess you could say. That's what the Four of Pentacles. Ooh, my bad. And how to heal and grow this relationship in this life. Just more positivity, honestly. Like, I know it sounds like such a simple answer, but that's your answer, is to just bring more positivity. And if something comes to fruition between you two, this is how you should approach it, or this is how they should approach it, with just positivity, lightheartedness, playfulness, that sort of thing. And from there, it will just grow. So yeah, I hope that resonated, guys, and I hope you have a good night.